Hello, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, then hi. I've got a lot of skulls. I've just been making skulls and more skulls, and now I'm making some even more skulls. Do you want to find out what to do with these skulls other than key rings? Because that's the only thing I could think of at the point of getting them. And I love these little skulls. Thank you, cat. So I thought I'm going to think out of the box today. Now, I've done some out of Aqua Cast. I've been using them for whatever's left out of my resin or my Aqua Cast, just as, you know, you drip moulds. Because I don't like wasting anything, so these are small enough just to put your last bits in. Now, I'm going to use my dual head mixer from Resiners. I still haven't charged this. Now, excuse the state of my desk. I've got stuff everywhere. As you can see, mostly what I've made. There's a lot everywhere, and I am now putting this on warp speed. And you can't see because my silly light's in the way, so I'm just shifting it. So yeah, this is on warp speed. And while this is on warp speed, I'm, for some reason, picking up the cat. I shall be gathering together some alcohol inks, because I'm trying this whole Petri thing again. Yeah, I'm going to tell you now, that don't work. I don't know what I'm doing. I've watched loads of people doing stuff. I still don't know what I'm doing. Now, we're back to the actual mat, and I've got some white. It says resin colorant. I can see it on the screen. Can I hell as like read it on the bottles? And I cannot read that at all, not even on the screen. So I've got rose red, I think, or wine red. That's definitely an alcohol ink. The white, I don't know if it's an alcohol ink or if it's a dye. So your guess is as good as mine. So I filled it up with the resin, because you didn't really need to see me pouring just plain boring clear resin. And I've sprayed it with alcohol. I don't know why, because I'm now putting alcohol drops in. Duh. And this one, I don't know why, but I keep having to tip it up and tip it back because it's just not coming out of the bottle. It's clogging up for some reason. I think I might need to have to shove. I might have to shove a pin down it again. But I do like this colour. But all this is for nothing, because, well, it does not do Petri. It does not do anything. It just puts a nice little colour on the bottom. It's a bit boring. But that's not really what we're here for. I'm going to make something really special. At least I think it's special. In fact, I think I love it. I think I love it a lot. My daughter loves it too, and I've told her to keep her blooming hands off. It is mine. It's quite a chunky little thing, but it's beauts. And I also used some crystals that Tracy sent me. Is it crystals? No, it could be crushed glass. Yes, crushed glass, but you don't see that bit. I leave that for the photos and the video because, well, I shoved them in last minute because I wanted to hide something. And you'll see what I'm going to hide soon. There is also going to be a sort of maybe looking like blood type thing. This is not for Halloween, this is past Halloween, but I'm still a spooky girl at heart. And I love skulls. And I love this. And I'm quite pleased with it. I really am. And I thoroughly enjoyed making it. And it didn't take hours on end. It was quite a quick make. Well, if you don't count the waiting for the actual resin to, you know, do its due. I mean, I had to wait overnight, even though I'd got my heat mat on, because I was doing something else at the time. which I'm not sure if you've actually seen that yet or it's coming after. So your guess is as good as mine. Now I'm using the Resiners UV to make a base plate. Is that the word I'm looking for? Base plate? Something to put my skulls on. Because I'm going to build them up. If you can see the green ones in between the bottle wiggling around, they're already in a sort of circle-ish type thing. And that's what I need them to be in for the base. Now I'm going through all these little divots to try and get rid of bubbles, because there's quite a lot. They're just sitting there staring at me like, I'm coming, I'm going to pop. But they're not, they're just sat there being pains in the bum. So I want this as thick as I can get it, but not too thick. And there's still lots of bubbles, and I think I'm making quite a few at the same time. So I use me, I'm just going to call it my flamethrower, because my brain's not functioning. I can't think what the word is. It's a kitchen thing. It's a flamethrower. You know what I mean. Put in the comments if you know what I'm trying to say, because, yeah, my mouth's saying no. So, yes, this looks like a lot of resin, and yes, it is. But it needs to be quite decent, because I want to hold my skulls. And I need to arrange them into a nice little circle, because I'm going to put something inside. And that'll be lights. I'm making myself a little skull lamp. I love it. Honestly, I love it. And these are crystals from... Now, don't laugh at me. But I saw a fish bowl with a toy unicorn and all these crystals. You make your own crystal unicorn bowl light. I said it's cute. I had to get it. It was only a £5 off at market. And I got some of these, and I'm going to make moulds of these because I'm going to make some more. But you didn't hear that. Shh. I am filling the bottom just to give it some more interest. And I don't know if you can see, but I'm wearing my Jack skeleton thing because it's blooming cold. So now I'm looking at where I'm going to put the lights, and I want to be able to leave enough space so the light will fit underneath, because I'm going to find out where I've put my beads I made. Now I've got a box of, I've got a box of mini stuff, or stuff for minis, and I've also got a box of CRAP. There we go. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh, it's crap. It's just crap. Lots of little crap bits. So, beads being one of them, because they didn't turn out quite right. So I'm going to use them as feet to go underneath. And that way, the box will be lifted off the... Well, it'll be lifted off the floor, off the actual table, so you can actually get to the box. And I think I might make a bigger one of these, because I actually really like it. Start off with some Aqua Cast at the bottom again and go resin and clear up the top, because it is pretty nice. It's creepy. It's my kind of thing. So the lights I've had to wrap around into sort of like a spiral, just to try and get it to, well, basically stay inside the middle. As you can see, that doesn't work. I have to keep faffing with it. And I'm using the green stuff, super glue, because I want something to be quick to hold these down. Now, it is being tricky. It's having a little bit of trouble trying to stick to the Aqua Cast, but it does work eventually. And at the end there will be UV resin red running down the actual lamp, So that'll be extra security for when it's cured, and it will hold it all together. Now you can see I'm holding it and then trying to keep that in at one point, and then gluing more in as I'm going, but trying not to glue the actual bulbs in, because if the bulbs stop working I could easily take it out. You see, that's my theory, kind of. Before we carry on, I'm just going to say thank you to all my members for being with me, and I know you don't get much, and I'm really sorry. Time just seems to disappear. But if there is anything you want, please just give me an email or a message or anything. I'll be so happy to help. I really would. And thank you to those that subscribe. And if you haven't subscribed, please click that button. It's free. It helps me out massively, and I appreciate it hugely. I really do. And there's discount codes below, and that helps you and me. And I'm saying "and" a lot. But yeah, thank you for sticking right to the end. Those of you that do actually stick to the end, that helps more than you know. Being able to gain watch hours, and then of course the adverts, those of us that get them, well, that helps. Those of us that don't, it helps them get their watch hours so they can gain the advertising and stuff later on quicker. So I'm waffling, I'm sorry. I'm talking note but rubbish. So I'm building this up, and hopefully the last one will be the red one that's right next to the resiner's bottle, because that's the only red one I've got, and I end up with just one skull left. Just one. So I might actually turn that one into a keyring. But yeah, I love this. I'm going to call it Skull Mountain. I mean, it's not very big for a mountain, but it's good enough. It's really pretty. And this is red, and I'm going to add some purple to some UV just to make it a little bit more bloody looking. Only I ended up making it a bit too purpley, so I ended up having to add a red. Yeah, look, it's gone all purple. I really should have had a brown, but that's the first one I picked up that was dark, and it worked. It does look quite nice, especially on the green. It's very cute. My kind of cute. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I do like skulls. I've got a little bit of a thing for skulls. So while I'm putting this on, I'm also running the UV light, because I want to sort of like catch it in mid-drip. I think that's what I'm making sense with. Yeah, mid-drip. So it looks like it's splattered down from the top skull. Oh, I never thought I should have made a hole in the top of the skull, on the top skull. So it looked like it was coming from... Oh, why didn't I think of that then? Why is it you do something and you don't think about it until you're looking back? Ugh. Brains are Britain today. But yeah, it's just oozing nicely, and I was hoping it would cover up the fact there's wires inside. It doesn't, which is why I am going to stick crushed glass into the gaps with some more green stuff, and I'm just checking the lights, just making sure it's working. And I'm going to continue to go around with this fake blood all the way around, fill as many gaps as I possibly can. And as I'm twiddling it round, I'm trying to get it so it looks like it's all coming from the same spot, so it don't just look like it's willy-nilly. It has it's blood with purpose. Does that even make any sense? Oh my days. Blood with purpose. Good grief. There's just trying to get it so it don't all dribble into the middle as well. Oh, when I cured the base, I actually used my double-sided light from Temu so I could get both sides cured a lot easier. I did use the resinous one to start with, just to get the lights to stick to the top. The skulls to stick to the top. But I did need the double-sided one to get both underside and top. So I have used 2 lights on this. But it's all it is pretty cured now. It's all very, very good. And I think next time, if I'm going to use this crushed glass, I might colour it. Because that would look lovely if it was red. Ooh. Or if I even put red on the lights. Oh. My mind is buzzing. I like it a lot. I might even do like little bits of greenery coming from it too. Make it look like a proper mountainous thing. It's so nice. That red one at the top with the eyes. Oh. I even poked a few noses. But yeah, the blood has glued everything together that wasn't quite stuck together. So it's all nice and firm now. So hopefully, if I put it in a safe place, my cats won't knock the heck out of it. I love cats. They're cute, but they are demons. I found no end of broken stuff because they decided they didn't like it on my desk anymore. That's what happens when you share a room with everybody. Ugh. There's 3 cats, 2 rats, a hedgehog, 2 children. Well, I say children, they're adults. And a gorilla, my husband. And me, the weirdo. Not much space in a little room. But I'm just gluing this box on now, and I've realised this is not gluing very well. So, it's now time to use the old trick, which is super glue and what's the word I'm looking for? The word I'm looking for is bicarbonated soda. There you go. So I'm going to shove a lot of that on it and then drop a little bit more glue on, and that will make sure it stays on. It's great stuff. Dan makes it, or Dan makes something brilliant. But I've seen other people do it too. Thank you so much for staying to the end, and I hope you enjoy the pictures, and I shall see you all again soon. Check out the next video that's on playing, and I'll see you there. Bye bye.